It's about fucking time. Here's a video that properly represents Indian street food. The meat looks clean and cut nicely. This giant ass thing that looks like the biggest wok I've ever seen with nice hot oil looks good. These fuck asses in the kitchen look clean and tidy and look well dressed. You can tell whatever they're about to throw down in here is probably gonna be delicious. That's where people get things confused. Saying the word culture doesn't mean that you have to like it, love it, or even respect it. And there's clean and dirty versions of everyone's culture. I've seen videos where this shit looked disgusting as fuck. This, however, looks like it would be something that I'd actually want to eat already. The question is, where do you get a wok of that size and how much does that cost? Can somebody in the comment section find out how much one of these bad boys cost to build? It looks black and greasy like Rob Kardashian's ex-wife. I have no idea what cut of meat this is or what they're going to be making, but I do know that it's taken fucking forever to fill up this pot full of meat. And there's one of the most important parts, dusting it down with salt. You gotta have that flavor. Alright, dump some expired McDonald's fries on top, but at least they're salted. Check your bicep. That man definitely just checked his pump. Go back and look at it. What the fuck was that? My boy, you lifted up 1 pack of french fries. It's not that big of a deal. 2 packs of french fries. You got me corrected. And I can't see the whole thing, but even this kitchen looks clean and immaculate. This is how you grab parts of your culture and turn it into something glorious. Taking it to that next level. Alright, I think we're good on the fries. We don't need any more. Jesus Christ. Also, I'd like to know what the name of this dish is going to be, because so far I'm liking it. I feel like I see 7 different employees and only about 2 of them actually working. You've got a third one standing there, but 2 of them are really doing all the work. They must be the new guys. Is that the chicken? Ooh, that's the chicken, isn't it? That boy's using a big, large version of that device they check your teeth at the dentist, that little mirror. If all Indian street food was done like this, nobody would ever have a problem with it. It's those videos where the fucking bare feet are touching your food, they're like poking your dough with their big toes and shit. They start splashing pee in their face and like licking a cow's asshole. Like, that's the stuff, okay? That's the stuff that does it for most people. It's not the actual ingredients of the food, it's just usually how it's prepared. It's a little fucking, you know, a little crazy. Nice, tidy, clean kitchen. You're not rubbing a horse's dick around the edge of the bowl. We're not seeing a pack of flies flying everywhere. We're not sweating directly over the dish and then serving it to somebody. It's just a good, clean dish. This is all we ask. Serve me one of these and I would gladly experience your culture and be like, this is awesome. Even if it's disgusting or if I didn't like it, like it's not my personal thing, I'm not going to be mad about it. I know I'm not going to die from a new version of COVID. My boy definitely just put half a box of Reese's Puffs right there in the center. It seems like a nice dish that's convenient to cook. Like, you just put everything in one pot. That's all you got to do. I'm not the biggest judge when it comes to Indian food. I just started getting into the cuisine about 1.5 years ago, and I do like it, but I'm still pretty picky to some of the dishes. Some of it's definitely an acquired taste. One thing I've noticed, all the good experiences I've ever had always had one thing in common. They're always blasting that same soundtrack in the kitchen every time. You know the one I'm talking about? The I think on YouTube that song's just called Dinga Dinga. But no joke, you ever hear that song blast and you know the food's about to be mwah. Does my boy have a do-rag on over here? You know he don't have no waves. Take it off the show, see if you got waves. Take notes, Indian street vendors. This guy has gloves on. That right there is a glorious sight. Customers like gloves, I promise you. I know sometimes it's tempting to want to go and touch every single fucking food item in the kitchen with your bare palms, and you want to raw dog the ingredients, but sometimes you gotta wrap it up and wear protection, okay? Just because you like your palms of your hands doesn't mean other people like the palms of your hands. The world's a crazy place and sometimes we're skeptical as people. I have no idea if your dick tip was just in the palm of your hand right prior to you making my sandwich. So taking those steps of extra safety, you're just going to make sure that everyone's mostly happy, they feel safe, they're not questioning things, and that's going to bring more customers back. That fucking pile of Reese's Puffs in the center is just getting larger and larger and larger to the point where I feel like this might be an imbalance. I think we need more chicken, a little bit less McDonald's fries, and probably half the amount of Reese's Puffs in the middle of that dish. And I'm assuming this is probably the seasoning of some sort. I actually don't know what that seasoning is. I'm a big seasoning guy, but I don't know what that one is. I don't know what this smells like, so this entire restaurant either smells super freaking good or it smells like super fucking ass. But this thing's definitely giving off an aroma. Hopefully they got a good AC in this place because I feel like you'd be burning up sitting in front of that thing all day. Is this for a restaurant? Because if so, how long is this good in that pot and how long does it say warm, hot, and ready to serve? What happens if you don't sell it all? Like, do you have enough people to eat all this food in one day? How much do you charge for a plate? Do you have to make a reservation so that you know how many people you're cooking for? Is this for a charity? Why do you need a pot so fucking big? Couldn't you just make smaller versions of this and serve to smaller batches of people? Is there a process on how long you have to wait before dumping the ingredients? Because couldn't you just dump all of them in a lot quicker than this? About how long does this cook for? It's hard to tell in this video, but I feel like we've probably been here for at least 30 minutes to a couple hours on cooking. Honestly, it wasn't looking that dry. Are you sure you need more water? The longer we're going in this video, the more disgusting this dish is starting to look. I'm not giving up hope yet, but come on. Are your coworkers in the background just slacking off having a fucking conversation in the corner of the restaurant? Are the people in the red shirts managers, or are they just customers? Are the customers allowed to walk through the place like this, or are they actually the owners of this entire establishment? The cameraman's doing the least amount of work out of everybody here. You could have just set that up on a tripod and you would have been good to go. Everybody's abandoned our guy in the do-rag. He is by himself doing this entire step. This could have gone a lot faster if he would have had a little bit of help. And you know he's looking around ready to say, fuck you, come help me. I'm sick and tired of doing this shit all the time. I'm about to just fucking quit. This guy's probably been here 3 years working his ass off. He really does want to quit, but he feels like he's getting close to a management spot. He's just waiting for one to open up. At least that's what he tells himself. His buddies over there in the background could give a fuck less. They're all ready to leave anyway. They're about to give their 2 weeks right now. I feel like this is the only dish that this entire restaurant even serves, and I'm asking myself, are you even considered a chef if you only cook one dish? Even if it's a really big dish? How many uniforms do you have? Because I feel after one day of work, that thing's going to smell like shit. It's going to be mad greasy. You're not going to want to wear it again. So do you at least have like 4 outfits ready? You kind of rotate through them. You're not showing us your dirty-ass white undergarments like the fucking undershirt and shit because it has like pit stains. Not to mention your white undershirt that we can't see right there has probably got some super yellow pit stains because you're working in this hot-ass environment. But trust me, there's 2 things I do at a restaurant. I tip good and I'm super freaking nice to the staff because at the end of the day, my life is in your hands. I'm never going to be risking a ball sack slipping across my plate. Every time I see it my server, I always say, thank you so much. No, don't worry about it. You're not going to catch me causing a scene in a restaurant. I feel like this video is taking forever and I'm nowhere near or any closer to actually seeing what the final results of this fucking dish is going to be. It's been boiling in this oil for a really long time. We just keep getting more and more people. Now who's the guy in the white polo back there? This is a new guy. Get the fuck off the camera. Go. Your coworkers in the background still slacking off. Like, do they just not know this step? Is this one too hard for them to advance? They haven't been trained on this yet? They haven't taken the e-learns yet? Oh my god, don't laugh it off like you meant to do that. This video's been going great, and you had to go and toss that right in the center. The cameraman did you dirty by not cutting this out of the video. That was totally unnecessary. At the end of the day, he rolled you under the bus, so if I were you, I probably wouldn't talk with this guy or fuck with him because you know he's going to snitch on you the first chance he can get. There's a good chance he's probably gunning for the same management position you're trying to go for, so I wouldn't trust this guy for shit. Somebody tell this guy over here taking the video footage to back off, man. I'm working. You've officially covered the entire dish in flour. You've officially turned this entire dish into a landfill. This thing takes so long to cook, I'm not even hungry anymore. This place doesn't even serve or sell the food, it just cooks it. Forever. Why are we putting the plates over this? The plot twists just keep getting crazier. This looks like the same shit that you serve a pizza on, and now you're just turning it around and laying it down flat. I can see it in your face, man. You want to quit. Let's just quit together. I haven't even started this job, and I already want to quit with you. Crazy is this video started off like you had a whole team, a whole group of dudes that were going to help you out and see this through, and they have just abandoned your ass completely. So wouldn't you need to lay these down quicker so that whatever you're doing cooks evenly? It's really hard for me to tell what that is. I guess, is that rice or is it flour? Kind of stuff always makes me wonder, who was the initial person that figured this stuff out? How did you figure out that you could cook food this way and it actually worked out somehow? Fuck, man, I almost take it back. I kind of see why people go with the fucking nasty food on the side of the street because it's just quicker. Just give me the butt-cracked chicken masala and let me move on with my life. Like, it looks like you're making a miniature fucking model for a movie. Like, you're just playing with your food at this point. You made a volcano, then you fucking crashed it. The oil's still just sitting there burning everything. Now you're tossing it around. What the fuck did the plates do? Why did you just lay this down with 8 different plates only to take them back off and start shuffling everything around? At this point, I just feel like we're doing shit just to do it. Like, either mix it or don't mix it. Pick a side. At this point, I don't even feel comfortable unless you taste test it right now. Like, just try and see if it's coming out good. Could you imagine if you had to sneeze right now? This giant bowl in the front of your face you wouldn't miss even if you wanted to. Could you imagine if you had a crazy itch right now and he wanted to itch it? That's too fucking bad, dude. Get back to work. I'm more concerned about what those pastries or bagels in the back of that counter were back there. They actually look like they might be pretty good. The more I look at it, this is definitely rice. So isn't some of the rice going to be a little bit soggy or oily? I guess you could just mix it up and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But what about the food on the bottom? Hasn't it been cooking for like way too long? Like, how tender is that meat going to be? I'm going to just shut the fuck up for a second and just trust the process. I'm not saying anything. I told you I'm not saying anything, so I'm still not saying anything. But I kind of want to say something right here about what's going on right here, but I'm not going to say anything. Okay, fuck it, I'm saying something. Why do you have a pile of rice in the corner, a pile of rice down there in the bottom? It's different size in the middle. You've got oil piled up all to the right side. It doesn't look like it's cooking even whatsoever, and I don't understand why you keep moving the rice around. Let it steam out, mix it every now and then, am I correct? The color's coming together nicely. Like, I do like the color of the oil. I think the seasonings did their job. The rice doesn't look bad. And honestly, if that's what the meat's going to look like, that doesn't look bad either. All in all, the dish actually might come together good. This actually might have been worth the wait. I wish I could see somebody eat it and try it and let me know what it's really like. Out of everything we've seen on this channel so far, this has probably been one of the best dishes cooked. It actually don't look that bad. I'd give it a shot for sure. Looks a little odd, but still not bad.